So why is your dating experience, or have your dating experiences been so suboptimal? Is it just everyone out there, or does it start with you? Well, you know what I'm going to say. Everything starts with us. So I'm going to give you the down and dirty on what I'm seeing in the world of dating and relating, and how it will affect your chances of finding someone really special. The way that you are has an enormous impact on the kinds of people that you're going to attract and the kind of people that you're going to choose to relate to. Okay, so the first place that I'm going to say and start is with you. It's not about the other person. If you hear yourself making statements like, oh my God, everybody in the online world is blah, 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 whether you're talking about men or women, makes no difference. If you make statements like everybody is or nobody does, these are what I would call global black and white statements. And they're not true. They're not true statements. These are just the experiences that you're having. And remember, we create our own experiences. So firstly, we need to look at, these are brief points that I'm going to go through now. Your online dating profile. It needs to be authentic. And that means you need to put your true age and you need to put accurate representations in terms of photographs. A couple of really good photographs, head and shoulders, a full body shot, doesn't need to be without your clothes on, doesn't need to be in a bikini or shirtless selfies. I'm not suggesting that at all, but I do think it's important. If you want to attract somebody amazing, you want to be amazing yourself first. And if you're not in the shape that you want to be in, if you're not really where you want to be in life, don't misrepresent that. Do one of two things. Start working on yourself right here, right now, today, and make a commitment. Say, look, I would really prefer to be such and such shape, or I would prefer to be 15 pounds lighter, or whatever it might be. Don't let it stop you. I'm not suggesting that you have to wait until you're in what you consider the perfect, ideal, optimum shape and weight. What I'm saying is, if you're going to lie until you are in that place, you're not ready to be dating, because starting out with a lie will never get you anywhere good. Being inauthentic is not going to help you find your soulmate or true love. It's only going to lead to more disappointment. And why would you do that to somebody else? It's really not okay to misrepresent who we are. Now, we don't have to tell everybody, particularly the whole world of strangers, we don't have to give them all kinds of personal, private information, but telling your true age, putting up pictures that are an accurate representation, writing a fabulous profile that gives an honest reflection of how we are in life every day, every week, every month. If you're big into health and wellness, then that needs to be an important part of your profile. If you're not into health and wellness, that also needs to be reflected. You don't have to say the words "I'm not into," but you just make it really clear that sitting and watching sport and enjoying a pizza and those kinds of things are more your idea of fun. And you want to give somebody an accurate representation, because remember, you attract who you are. It comes from a place inside of vibration. So when we come from a place of deception and inauthentic relating, we're going to be attracting people into our world and into our atmosphere and into our vibe that are coming to us from that space. So in my world, I think that is an absolutely wrong path to go down, and it's not going to bring you any joy. You don't want to go meet somebody, whether it's on a Zoom call or in real life, sitting on a park bench, or whenever we're able to go back and meet people in a restaurant. You don't want to walk in or walk towards somebody and that person be either disappointed or not recognize you. I mean, that's really awkward for them, and it's really uncomfortable for you. If you're sensitive at all, you know what that feeling would feel like. So let's do this. Let's not start out being inauthentic. So I have a really big push on this year. I am really promoting that all of my men and women, now obviously if you're in your 20s, 30s and 40s, age is not such a thing, because obviously no one's discriminating. Well, I shouldn't say nobody, but it's highly unlikely that you're not going to make somebody search because you're in your 20s or 30s or 40s. And I do realize that people in my age group tend to think if I just take 10 years off, that makes me seem more attractive. The point is this: if you're really looking for somebody and you say things like, I'm looking for someone who's authentic, and I'm looking for someone who's going to be loyal and honest and put the relationship first, and is going to consider my feelings, a lot of things that we all say we want, and you started out with a lie, or you started out with fudging the truth, as some people would call it, you're not going to attract the right person. And even if you do, they're highly likely, even though part of them may understand the reason you did it, they're going to start out not trusting you because you've sown that seed. And I know that sounds a little harsh, but it's true. If you start out that way, you can't then blame the other person because they're a little bit suspicious of you. Because if you lied about that, what else could you or will you lie about? So I'm not a fan. I put my true age on my dating profile. And being really honest, I've had a few comments of people saying, wow, is that really your age? Because they're so surprised that I would put that down. But I think it served me really well. And anybody that's looking for somebody younger than me, that's okay. They can go off and they can find somebody younger. But me pretending to be younger and then going out with them or connecting with them and then having to tell them, that is awkward and uncomfortable. They're likely going to be angry and feel deceived. And it's just a waste of time for everybody. So I know I'm going on and on about it. It's obvious to me, though, that I need to say something, because I would say at least 3/4 of the profiles that I'm seeing on the 50s and up age group are not putting their true ages in. And they're using photographs from decades ago. I don't really understand why people do that, because I think it's really deceptive. And it kind of makes you look a little bit insecure and needy, shall we say. Be who you really are. And if you're not where you'd like to be, start working on that right now. If you really want to be in better shape, then make a commitment to start going to the gym, eating healthier, so that in a couple of months from now, you can exchange your photographs, the ones that you're putting up now, for something more recent where you can be a little bit more proud of how you look. Now, I'm not saying looks are everything, but you have to understand we're in an online world. And so marketing yourself is super important. You need great photos and you need a great profile. Now, by great photos, I don't mean photoshopped. I'm not talking about being deceptive. I'm talking about showing yourself in the best light you can. So I sense that you need a really good head and shoulders shot where you're not wearing sunglasses and nobody else is in the photograph with you, just you and a beautiful smile. Something's welcoming, looking at the camera. I personally wouldn't overdo the sultry, leading with sex kind of a shot, because you're going to attract somebody. Now, if that's what you're looking for, that's fine. I have no judgment around people doing whatever they want on their profiles. I'm just simply saying, if you want somebody that's looking for depth and a long-term committed relationship, you want to be mindful of what message you're sending out, because you are your marketing. Imagine yourself as a brand like Nike or Apple or I don't know, Gerber baby food. Maybe that's a weird thing to say about a dating profile, but these companies all have their images very specially curated. So if you're into health and wellness, you want your images to really portray that you're all about health and wellness. So you want beautiful shots, you want them well taken. And as I said, no sunglasses, no friends in the shots, just you and a big smile. I also think it's super important that you have a full body shot. I don't necessarily recommend that you do shirtless selfies or bikini shots. It's your choice. I don't personally think it's a great idea, because once again, you don't want to be leading with the physicality aspect. We all know that attractiveness is an important thing. But I think you can look super attractive in jeans and a gorgeous shirt, or jeans and a really cute cami if you're a girl, and a leather jacket or a sweet little dress. And then if you want to put one picture of you a little more dressed up, that's great too. I think probably 3 pictures minimum, and I wouldn't overdo it. I think 4 or 5 really recent great pictures is enough. If you want a picture of you out riding a bike or playing volleyball, that's fine. But remember, the person can't really see you. And I'm not a fan of people posting pictures of sunsets and drinks and all of these locations. I mean, it's very cute, but it doesn't really tell you that much about the person. And in terms of the profile, remember, you are marketing yourself. You are your own brand. So you want to write in terms of the other person reading and feeling engaged and wondering to themselves, wow, I wonder what my life would be like with this person in it, whether it's a male or a female. You want them to start going, well, I like doing that on the weekends. That sounds like a really fun thing to do. And he or she sounds super adventurous, or they sound like they are very studious. They love quiet weekends curled up with a fire and a book. They love skiing. But don't make it a laundry list of, I like going to the movies, I like going out for dinner, I like the fresh air. I mean, because these are things that pretty much everybody says. You want to take a little bit of time and really write a gorgeous profile that, if you have a great sense of humor, don't try and be too witty, but let that come through a little bit in the way that you write, if you're more casual and relaxed. But remember, you're marketing yourself, so you need to think about who your target audience is. I know this sounds very strategic, but it does need to be strategic. It doesn't matter that you get tens or hundreds or thousands of responses. You're only looking for the one. If you're looking for a long-term committed relationship, you're just looking for one amazing person. So you want to write and present your profile in a way that you feel is authentic and would appeal to your target market. So that's just my little tiny blurb that I'm starting with. And it's all about the do's and don'ts of online dating and real life dating. But in this case, it's all online. I've got a great polarity course that's actually on my website for free. So you're welcome to go get that. It's in 5 different parts. It has a workbook. It's very interesting. It talks all about the dynamics with the energies. And I would love to see you on there. There's also, you're welcome to join my Facebook and or my Instagram, which would be Bella Maree Lane or Sweet Soul Studio. I hope this has been helpful. If so, send me your dating questions. I'm really good in the area of relating, and I'm in the world of dating. So I have some really good information. I'm happy to share it with you. Please reach out and let me know. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Thank you so much for staying on with me. Bye.